Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Memorial Hall. Thank you for tuning in to DESU-TV as the Hornets of Delaware State take on the Hampton Pirates. Delaware State coming off of a 64-61 win over the Norfolk State Spartans. Delaware State comes in with a 5-7 record in conference. My name is Chris Moore, along with Messiah Sanchez. Messiah, Delaware State comes in today off of a big win over Norfolk State. Now they take on Hampton, who's won 5 consecutive MEAC regular season titles. How do they pull the upset today?
How do they pull the upset? Defensive pressure on their guards. Period. They need to rotate the ball as well, but defensive pressure on their guards stop their whole tempo. Every time down the floor, if our guards are in their face, we should get great defensive stops.
And those are absolutely key. Delaware State, as we said, Hampton has won 5 consecutive MEAC regular season titles. Delaware State Hornets going to have their work cut out for them. What did they do so well against Norfolk State in the first half, and how do they continue that and shake off the lackluster second half they had?
Getting our shooters open, key part of that W. In a win, I believe is a team effort. And if your point guard is not being selfish and distributing the ball to his teammates, the centers, the guards, the whole team has a sense of up-tempo and enthusiasm that they carry throughout the game. I've seen it the whole game, and that's how we pulled off that upset.
And you talk about a team effort, but what we saw last game, Michael Aldridge, 26 points, a career high.
Amazing.
Najee Pollard as well, just won her 8th MEAC Rookie of the Year. She won her 8th MEAC Rookie of the Year award, just announced earlier today. It's a lot of the 2 girls, but the rest of the team, as you say, got to stay involved.
I believe Pollard is doing an amazing job. Her freshman year, getting her face out there, being a part of a college campus, and overcoming all the trials and tribulations that she went through to still come on the court and play night in and night out as much as she does. 8th straight. That's amazing. That's amazing. Pollard, Percy does a great job of being the captain on the floor, rotating the ball, making sure the girls are well enthused in the locker room. Because, of course, these are amazing girls, and I believe they deserve to win more.
And one of the things we see a lot with the girls and guys games, as the girls games come to an end, the crowd really starts to file in.
Right.
How is the crowd going to play in if Delaware State can keep this game close going late? How can the crowd play a factor into a late game situation in this game if Delaware State can stay competitive?
Delaware State University needs to be the 6th man. And by that I mean our enthusiasm from the crowd, our pride, our energy just needs to be all over the court. They need to feel as though there's a 6th man on the court so we can contribute in every way possible to getting this win. We haven't won since 2011, I believe, 2008 maybe. I believe it's time in 2016 to get a win for Delaware State University, and that's a fact.
Okay, Delaware State, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Day. As you can see there, all the ladies for Delaware State wearing pink along with the pink socks. All the coaches wearing pink. A lot of people, you're going to see a lot of pink today. For Delaware State, though, it's going to be about what they do on the floor, between the lines. Hampton, one of the powerhouses, the powerhouse of this conference, and they're looking to take advantage and continue their win streak against Delaware State. As we talked about, Delaware State hasn't won in 14 matchups against the Hampton University Pirates. If they're going to win today, it's going to start with the effort and intensity that they came out with against Norfolk State. As we get ready for the national anthem, stay tuned. We'll be right back after the national anthem.
Good afternoon and welcome to Delaware State University Memorial Hall for today's MEAC Women's Basketball Contest between Lady Pirates of Hampton University and your Delaware State University Lady Hornets. On behalf of the University Board of Trustees, President Dr. Harry L. Williams and Director of Athletics Skip Perkins, we extend a special welcome to all DSU alumni and friends here today. Thank you for your continued support of Delaware State University. Also, welcome to our visiting friends from Hampton. Delaware State University, the MEAC. Please stand and remove your hats for the playing of Lift Every Voice and remain standing for the playing of our national anthem by DSU's Chelsea Taylor.
And now we'll get ready for the starting lineups for Hampton, the 5-time defending MEAC regular season champions. Ariana Davis going to start at forward. Kayla Lupo alongside her at the other forward. As for the 3 guards, Malia Tate DeFreitas, Georgiana Gilbo, and Kaylin Willis. As for your Delaware State Hornets, 8-time MEAC Rookie of the Week, which is a record, by the way, Najee Pollard, Nikki Blackburn, Nakaya Kersey, Michael Aldridge, and Aaliyah Davis. So, Messiah, for Delaware State, we talked about Najee Pollard and Michael Aldridge, but Nikki Blackburn going to be key today with her effort and intensity attacking the glass against Hampton, who has a couple bigger players than Delaware State does. How is Nikki Blackburn going to play into this game with her size and effort as far as attacking the glass?
She's a key attribute to winning this game today. And I say that because her size and her presence is a must down there. She's the biggest female that we have on the females basketball team. And I believe she needs to do a little bit more to rebound today. Maybe get some putbacks, a double-double, maybe a triple-double if she gets her team active with a couple assists. Kersey's doing a great job. She's doing a great job of anchoring their team to a W tonight.
And now, all right, so there were player introductions. Now we get ready for the tip. As we talked about, Hampton, one of the powerhouses of this conference. Delaware State coming in looking for an upset on Breast Cancer Awareness Day. We're going to see how they pull. Coach Burgess started her career as a coach as an assistant for Hampton for 6 seasons from 2009 to 2015. This, her first season as a head coach for Delaware State University. We'll see if that plays a factor or not. We're going to have Kayla Lupo versus Nikki Blackburn for the tip. And we're off. Lupo wins the tip. Kaylin Willis brings it up the floor. Delaware State out in the 2-1-2 zone. Gilbo over to Willis. Willis out at Ariana Davis. Hampton going to try and look for some early cracks in this Delaware State zone. Delaware State showing a lot of activity. Willis attacks. Blackburn to block. Willis gets it back, puts it up and in. Kersey going to come up. Delaware State going to be important for them to get some turnovers, get some blocked shots, get out in transition and push the tempo the way they like to. Hampton out in man-to-man. Pollard inside to Blackburn. Blackburn goes right at Lupo, can't get it. Gets the board back to Davis. Davis' shot is off. Lupo with the board for Hampton. Hampton tried to get out in transition, pulls it out, going to slow it down. Davis over to Lupo. Hampton swinging it around the top a lot. And we're going to have a travel called there. Delaware State showing some good activity early in the zone.
Some great activity early in the zone. I love Blackburn's performance. She has 1 block, 1 rebound. She's trying to get the ball up there. And this is the type of game that she needs to have to get a W today against Hampton University.
Kersey up at the top of the key trying to get rid of it as she picks up her dribble. Pollard, we're going to have a foul called here on Hampton. That one's going to go on Ariana Davis. It's going to be important for Delaware State today. Get some foul calls. Test the depth of this Hampton team. Kersey in, and that pass tipped by Kaylin Willis. Willis in transition. This one's stolen away. Delaware State coming back the other way. Kersey and Davis in a 2-on-1. Kersey, the late pass. Davis gets it, lays it up and in. Delaware State, good job getting in transition there.
Great work in transition by Kersey. Getting up the court fast and giving up the ball soon.
Willis now up. Hampton going to attack the zone with a 3. Shot short. Pollard with the board. Aldridge bringing it up. Delaware State trying to run. This is what they do. And we get a block called there on Georgiana Gilbo. A lot of times when a foul happens in front of that team's bench, that team's going to get the call, not there. Gilbo called for the block.
I like the enthusiasm that the Delaware State girls are coming out with tonight. They want to win, and it's written all over their faces. Kersey with the inbound.
Kersey, a real emotional player. We saw her emotions get the best of her a little bit against Norfolk State. Here's Pollard with the drive. Falls over. They get it to Davis in the corner. Now Kersey up top. Swings a wild pass, trying to get it to Aldridge. Little miscommunication there. Bad pass from Kersey. Bad decision.
Bad decision. As long as she forgets about that play and moves on to the next one, she'll be fine for the rest of the game.
Gilbo brings it up the floor, swings it to the elbow for Willis. Hampton still trying to find a way to get into this Delaware State zone. State, as we talked about, showing good activity early on. Pass to Willis. She pulls up the 3. Davis up the floor, almost loses it. Aldridge picks it up. Over to Kersey, wide open. Shot in and out, but Blackburn goes up hard, gets the board. Can't get the putback, but Blackburn, we talked about the effort she needs to put in. Good job there early. Delaware State continued to try and show activity in the zone. Hampton going to have to find a way to break through this zone. Delaware State. When they play with activity, their zone usually very effective. Willis up at the top. Good feed. There's Willis, drives it in. Hampton, good job there attacking that Delaware State zone.
Great job there attacking Delaware State. I said earlier, our key to winning this game was going to be pressuring their guards. If you pressure their guards, that passing there doesn't happen, and we get a ball down the other way. Kersey open for a shot.
Kersey, another elbow 3. This one knocks it down. First one was in and out. Couple of good shots there for Kersey. Maybe she can get going.
I say let her keep shooting. She has a great jump shot she showed over the course of the season. She will catch her shot in one quarter or another.
Didn't shoot too much against Norfolk State, but this team is a completely different team when Kersey's knocking her shots down. Hampton doing a good job swinging, creating lanes in the zone and attacking it. Kersey up the floor. Hampton showing they're going to press as soon as the ball crosses half court. Hampton pressuring. Davis, good 2-man game to Pollard. We get a jump ball called. Possession arrow will keep it for Del State.
Checking in for Hampton, number 30, Kristen Rose.
Couple of changes here. Kristen Burrows going to come in.
And number 12, Bobby.
Or excuse me, Kristen Rose for Hampton. And Bobby Floyd and Ivana Negron will come on for Delaware State. Pollard called for the travel there at the bucket. Hampton an early 6-5 lead. Chanel Green on as well. Green going to run the point for Hampton. There's a three from Kate DeFreitas. Shot off. Floyd gets it out. Here's Delaware State looking to push. Kersey finds Negron. State going to start over. Top Kersey gets a screen from Pollard. Hampton triple teams Kersey there to force the steal. And now going to push in transition. Foul and one there for Kayla Lupo out in transition. Hampton showing half-court offense and in transition offense here early on.
Yeah, they sure are. They're working their tempo. They're working their offensive lines. Their guards are getting to the open man. On our side, Delaware State University, all we have to do is be more humble on our approach. We're looking too overzealous out there. Too up-tempo. I say we just work the ball around some more. Pass the 3 to 4 passes per play, and then we should have some different results.
Well, Delaware State here, Coach Burgess, going to show, we're going to see what her first adjustments are. Going against David Sixth, his seventh season for Hampton. As we talked about, Hampton, one of the powerhouses of this conference. How, as a player, does this fire you up knowing one of the best teams in the conference is coming in?
It fires me up tremendously, honestly. You don't feel fear, and the most you should feel is nervousness. But that's great because you're doing a good job. I feel as though when the powerhouse comes into this building, on our home floor, we should give them a warm welcoming. And seeing how Delaware State University's women's basketball takes over positions, night in and night out.
So now we're going to come out of the timeout. Lupo's going to be at the line to try and extend this to a 4-point game for Hampton. Delaware State, though, this is one of the advantages they have over Hampton. Hampton ranked 8th in the conference in free throw shooting. Delaware State ranked 1st. Lupo, the sophomore out of Arizona, knocks it down, completes the three-point play the old-fashioned way. As you see Bree Justice check into the game for Delaware State for the first time. And another turnover. Delaware State really struggling. Hampton playing great man-to-man defense here early on.
Again, overzealous, trying to rush the pass in there, be more patient. Work the ball on the outside. You have a lot of good guards, and we don't have to be so in a hurry to work it down low. Let's see about an open shot.
Rose brings it up over to Gilbo. Or excuse me, there's Rose. Green over in the corner, has Negron on her. Nearly a backcourt violation on the pass there to Gilbo. Delaware State 5 on the shot clock, finish the possession. This one out of bounds, gonna go Delaware State's direction. Mike Aldridge, we have yet to see her get a shot up in this first quarter. How do they get her more involved offensively?
Honestly, it looks like Hampton read the scouting report. And it seems like they want her bad, and they have their best defensive player guarding her. I say run a couple of screens, get her open, get her 2 to 3 shots this quarter, just to get her warmed up. It's only the first half, and we have a long game to play.
There you see Gilbo all over Michael Aldridge. It looks like their goal today is to make Aldridge's life tough, make her run around, tire her out before she can get her legs under and make some shots.
I hope she keeps her composure, understands this is a long game, and this is just to test her out. Because on the defensive end, it works more pressure than offensively if she does not have the ball in her hands. So she has to sit down one way or another for the course of the season. Gilbo should not be in the game to cover Aldridge as much as we think.
Negron the 3, off the mark. Hampton gets the long rebound. Bad pass there by Tate DeFreitas. It's going to go back to Delaware State. Good job there by the ladies getting back on defense. Aaliyah Davis going to come on now for Bree Justice.
And for Hampton, number 1, Dejanay James.
Hampton, though, you can see it. This team, they wear you out. They attack you from the half court on. Getting in passing lanes,
trap.
there's another steal. Hampton, though, poor job there in transition as they're going to be forced to go into half court. Face this Delaware State zone, 15 on the clock. James to Rose up top. Shot off, but an offensive board. And this one out of bounds. Going to come back Delaware State's direction.
He want timeout. Yeah, that's what he want.
Well, confusion. Hampton calls a timeout. Unhappy with their transition offense. Showed a good sign early. But here, that's a couple possessions in a row now. They've struggled to get in transition.
I believe Delaware State University's defensive pressure is kicking up. Other than the miscommunication on the Hampton University side of things, we're doing a great job of getting to the players in a timely manner as soon as they get the ball, which is what we need to do on their guards every play if we need to win this game. Great defense by Delaware State University Hornets.
Delaware State showing big-time improvement under Coach Burgess, her first season as head coach. And we talk a lot about how young this team is, so they've got some growing pains to go through. And I believe we had a foul called there, so it's going to stay with Hampton. Green called for the walk there. And you don't like to see that if you're Coach Six. Come out of a timeout, you have a play drawn up trying to get your team going in the half court. And you have a player walk. And James immediately going to come in. Dejanay James going to come in for Chanel Green. And Hampton, man-to-man press here for full court. Bobby Floyd with the take off the mark, gets the board. Floyd, another offensive rebound. Delaware State just unable to finish around the rim right now. And now here comes Hampton. Willis around the top, swings it over to James. James goes in to Sale. We got a foul called on Negron. Delaware State getting to the basket, just unable to finish around the rim. Bobby Floyd had a couple of opportunities there. Down pass and Rose knocks it down. So Delaware State down 6 here, 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. And a lazy pass there from Bobby Floyd, stolen away. James misses the easy layup and then gets a foul called on her. More poor execution here in the full court or in transition for Hampton. We've got some highlights here. Maybe. Nope. Davis going to bring it up the floor here, crosses half court. She's got James on her, and another stolen away pass. James to the hole. Aldridge fouls her. Delaware State, just some lazy passes right now.
We need to get ahead in the game. We need to get ahead in the game right now because they still own the first game. We need a sense of composure. We need a sense that our guards are working the ball so everybody gets two shots. I don't see that in the first game.
James at the line for two, makes the first. 12-5 lead here for Hampton late in the first corner. James hits them both. Delaware State going to bring up the floor, try and get out of their funk offensively. Davis gets a screen. Davis still dribbling, goes inside to Blackburn. Blackburn pulls up, off the mark. Hampton, again, trying to get in transition. They want to run. Not working out. Willis going to reset, faces Delaware State zone. Tate DeFreitas swings it. Willis drives out to DeFreitas. And we get a walk called. Both teams, poor execution here early on. Both offenses really struggling.
I can concur. We didn't score in the past 3 minutes or so. Nakai checks in, so maybe she can work some offense into Delaware State University Lady Hornets.
Kersey hadn't scored since she came off the floor. Coach Bird is going to try and get her back on, and immediately finds Aldridge open for three and just off the mark. Aldridge was hot last game against Norfolk State. And there finally some good transition offense.
No miscommunication on that last drive.
Now a 10-point lead for Hampton. Delaware State can hold for the last shot here. We'll see if they choose to. Hampton going to press. Another steal. Lupo steals this one. The Euro step way off with the layup. Kersey gets it. Over to Aldridge. Aldridge, we'll see. Delaware State tried to hope for the last shot on the previous possession. Hampton everywhere. Lupo, another steal. See if she can finish this and goes to the spin. Gets it up off the mark. Ref saying it wouldn't have counted anyway. Delaware State, way too many turnovers there in the first quarter. They're going to struggle to score 30 points in this game if they continue to turn the ball over at that rate.
Very overzealous. Very overzealous for this whole first quarter. I don't like it at all. I believe that they need to work the ball on the outside some more. I don't understand why the last drive passes. Every time they come down the court, I believe that the big man picks up the ball and give it back out to Kersey, who do a great job providing leadership to get a win today.
So Coach Burgess now going to have to show and make her adjustments. Her offense really struggling, turning the ball over several times. Got to get things going. Hampton really confusing Delaware State pressing from the half court. It's caused a lot of problems for Delaware State. Turnovers by everybody. Delaware State just playing sloppy basketball here early on. Coach Burgess really fired up. They got to find a way to beat this man-to-man. But this game could be a lot worse if Hampton did a better job in transition. This could have been a lot worse. Delaware State really lucky to be only down 10 points. Hampton going to inbound Willis. A no-look pass inside to DeFreitas. Off the mark, Pollard the board. Delaware State trying to get going offensively. Really struggling, poor passing, and haven't been able to make shots. Davis has it up top, hands it off to Justice. Justice against Willis, the shorter defender, and loses it off of her knee. It's going to be out of bounds. Another turnover there for Delaware State. Hampton still really hasn't shown much ability to attack the zone from Delaware State. Lupo inside, misses the shot. Justice got it. They're going to try and attack in full court, and another sloppy pass, another turnover from Delaware State. We're going to see Lorna Caesar, the freshman out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, come on for the first time today. She played some pretty solid minutes there late against Norfolk State.
Come on now, settle down. Defense.
James gets it up to DeFreitas. Rose going to pull up. Short. Caesar gets the board. Got to watch. Davis gets it over to Davis. Good job. And here's Delaware State finally in transition. Pollard can't handle the pass. They're going to call her for a double dribble. And no surprise here, another turnover from Delaware State. Only 11 field goal attempts there in that first quarter for Delaware State, a result of a ton of turnovers. Rose up top. Over to Willis now. Willis going to drive. Passes inside. Layup off the mark. Ball still loose. Nobody able to corral. Davis finally gets it over to Pollard. Kersey in transition. Crosses over. Finds Caesar. Caesar picks up her dribble now. Over to Blackburn. Under 20 still on the shot clock. Coach Burgess showing her displeasure with the way Delaware State's playing offensively. Kersey up top with a mismatch. Hands it off to Blackburn. Blackburn in danger of getting a 5-second call here. Inside to Davis. Davis and a foul called. Foul called there on Lupo.
I love the way Davis worked the ball inside on that last play. A sense of aggression.
10 first quarter turnovers for Delaware State. Tack on at least another 3 here early on in this quarter. And now Davis misses a free throw. Davis makes the second. Lead down to 9. James to DeFreitas. Over to Willis. Willis up top to Rose. Good back cut there. But this one going to be out of bounds. Going to stay with Hampton. 15 to go on the shot clock. Poor inbound defense. Lupo not able to corral the rebound. Kersey finally gets control of it. And now here she goes in transition over to Davis. Davis trying to be fancy behind the back to Caesar. And another turnover from Delaware State.
Clearly the problems this whole half has been Delaware State University's turnovers. Luckily, on the other hand, Hampton University's offense did not kick in yet, so we're still in this game. If the Lady Hornets don't get it right now, it's going to be a bad, bad half.
Willis open up top. Just off the mark with the 3. Another miss. Both teams struggling on the offensive end here early. Blackburn gets the board up to Caesar. Caesar looking for somebody to help her out. And there Aldridge with the ball and out of bounds, so it's going to go to Hampton's direction. Another turnover. That's at least 15 now here in the first half for Delaware State.
And that's completely unacceptable. 15 turnovers in one half of an NCAA college season is too much on any hands. Maybe 5 to 6, but when you double it, it's getting kind of bad. There's clearly miscommunication on both ends of the floor. And going into halftime, I would like to see a whole different team come out.
Open in the corner, off the mark. Blackburn another rebound. Nikki Blackburn, we talked about how she had to attack the glass. She's done that early.
She has. Blackburn has definitely been a key reason why they're still in this game right now.
First shot drives Blackburn off the mark. Got to be a glass lid on the rim or something. Delaware State, even when they don't turn the ball over, struggling to find a way to get the ball in the basket.
Things are not looking in their way.
DeFreitas long shot off the mark. Stinnett gets it. Now Stinnett going to try and push. Her first action in the game. Dishes it back to Aldridge. Aldridge inside to Pollard. Good offense. Pollard finishes around the rim. Finally a field goal for Delaware State.
And that's what I mean by rotating the ball around. Aldridge seen the open man inside and finally gave it back to her, and she did a perfect job of executing the finish.
Delaware State now in their zone. Stinnett using her length in there. A poor pass from Hampton. Delaware State gets the steal in transition. Kersey kicks it out to Aldridge. Aldridge doesn't want to pull the shot. Instead gets a pick from Pollard. Oh, just in and out. Pollard gets the offensive rebound, showing why she's the leading contender for MEAC Rookie of the Year.
Defensive rebound and two-point conversion. That's a three-point play in my book, if you ask me. That's a three-point play because she did a perfect job of executing a rebound, an offensive rebound at that, and putting it back up. Defensive rebound, Blackburn.
Inside, another miss there in Delaware State. Again, going to try and push. And timeout called there by Coach Burgess. So Delaware State, despite all the turnovers, despite the poor play, only down 5. Showing maybe they can have some confidence knowing, hey, we're still in this.
Definitely have some confidence. The game is nowhere near over. If anything, they should be happy that the deficit is as low as it is. 5-point conversion is only a 2-point play. It's only a 2-point play. You hit 1 3, you shoot a layup, you're back in the game, tie game. Now I see Kersey being more active and being a leader and assisting to give her teammates part of the ball as well.
So we're going to get some highlights here. Messiah, tell us what Delaware State, what's working here for Delaware State.
Wonderful pass from Aldridge to Pollard, and she finishes. It should be an N1. It should be an N1, but great finish by the 8-time freshman of the week.
So now 15-10 game, 4:56 to go in the second quarter, and Coach Burgess called the timeout, probably seeing an opportunity for her team to make this a one-possession game. Wants to make sure they have a good possession, try and cut this lead down. As we talked about, she was an assistant coach at Hampton for 6 years before getting the head coaching job for Delaware State. How can that play in? What kind of adjustments can she know is coming from Hampton? How will that help her anticipate?
She definitely has a sense of how their system operates. So that's wonderful. She has great film, and she's been working somewhere for at least 5 years, I would suggest. You would know a great deal of how their offensive and defensive plays work. So with that intel, Delaware State University's Lady Hornets should be in great advantage to not only win this game, but show why we're an elite team in the conference.
We're going to see Therese Gilmore check in for Delaware State, freshman out of Temple Hills, Maryland. Bobby Floyd got it up top to net. Going to drive. Shot off the back of the iron, no good. But a good look there from Delaware State. Willis brings it up the floor. Hampton, meanwhile, they're going to try and figure out their offensive struggles, solve this zone deployed by Delaware State. Stinnett using her length. Willis controlling the ball, drives, jumper off. We're going to get a foul called. Probably a good one there, not letting the Hampton player, Kaylin Willis, land after the jump shot. .420 to go left in the first half. 15-10 game. We got Kaylin Willis at the line. Delaware State now up to 15 turnovers to Hampton 6. First one drops there for Willis. Pollard going to come back on for Bobby Floyd. Again, 4:20 to go here in the second quarter. Willis makes them both. So Hampton doing a good job making their free throws. They're going to try and figure your mic out, but I got to do this for the rest of the first half. Kersey drives. Nobody to swing it out to. Gets it to Gilmore. Gilmore to Stinnett. Stinnett the shot. And going to get stuck. So that's going to be a jump ball. And it's going to stay with Delaware State. Somebody's got to let Nakia Kersey know she's walking down to the other end. You'll have to excuse us, folks. We're having some technical difficulties. So Messiah not going to be joining me, at least for the rest of this first half. Delaware State going to try and get a good inbounds play here. Down 17-10 with 4:01 remaining. Kersey with the inbound. Got to find somewhere. Gets the net. Stinnett knocked down. Good find there from Kersey to get it to Stinnett. Stinnett knocks it down from just inside the free throw line. Under 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Hampton leads 17-12. DeFreitas over to Willis. Willis called for the walk. Kaylin Willis been a key player early for Hampton, controlling the ball a lot. Trying to get drive to the basket and get some open teammates. Struggling though, Delaware State doing a good job swarming to her. Kersey cross half court. Gets a pick from Stinnett. Stinnett gets it over to Gilmore. Gilmore wanted Pollard inside. Kayla Lupo doing a good job there. Stinnett to Gilmore. Gilmore to take. And we get a charge call. And I don't know about that one. Fans very upset with that call, and I can't blame them. And Blackburn going to come back on for Therese Gilmore. Not sure about that one. Nonetheless, Hampton going to have it. Willis, again, primary ball handler for Hampton. A lot of swinging the ball around at the top of the key. Willis, a good find there over to DeFreitas. DeFreitas can't handle the pass, though. Over to James. James again at the top of the key. Against length. Aldridge can't get to the pass on an open look. Off the mark. Kersey's got it. Out to Aldridge. And a foul called there. Dejanay James gets the call there. And probably a good foul there for Hampton. Aldridge, had one-on-one in transition. Kersey, Delaware State, you can see they're trying to go inside to Pollard and Blackburn. Lupo and Sale doing a good job, though, of not allowing it. Pollard really struggling to get open. She's going to come out, set a pick. Tried pick and roll, it works. But Pollard unable to finish. Gets the board, lays it in. Delaware State cuts the lead to 3 despite all the turnovers here in the first half. Delaware State hanging around. Willis over to James. James back to Willis. Willis drives and draws the foul. She's going to go to the line. 2:09 to go here in this first half. 17-14 lead for the Lady Pirates. Both offenses have really struggled here in this first half. A lot of turnovers for Delaware State. Hampton just been unable to finish. But they've not made their free throws. As there's their first miss of the game from the line. Willis misses that one. So an 18-14 lead for Hampton. Now 2 minutes to go in the first half. Kersey trying to direct her offense, get her ladies, gets Pollard in the isolation. Pollard to spin. Misses the lay-in, but gets the foul call. Pollard going to go to the line. Pollard showing good moves there. Got it in the low block against Lupo. Turn, saw Sale there, so hits the spin button. Puts him in the spin cycle and gets the foul called. She's going to have 2 shots. Pollard, one of the all-around players, one of the best players in this conference. She's an all-around player. Does it on both ends, offense, defense, rebounds. There, gets the roll in the free throw. So the score 18-15. Pollard, second one up, off the mark. Delaware State 2 of 4 from the line. Willis drives, finds Lupo. Lupo again off the mark down low. And an over the back call there. Hampton again unable to finish around the rim. They've had plenty of opportunities, just not making them. Three-point game, 18-15. Delaware State trails. Hanging around, though. Kersey again trying to get her offense set. Has James on her. Out to Aldridge near half court. Aldridge going to bring it up. See if she can create against Kate DeFritas. And there, Blackburn standing around. Aldridge trying to lead her to the basket. Pass out of bounds. 1:20 to go in the first half. DeFritas in the Sale. Sale over to the corner to Willis. Willis attacks. And we have a foul called there. Going to be 2 shots again for Willis. Willis attacking, getting to the line. Delaware State, no answer for her. Right now, that foul going to be called on Kersey. Willis first free throw up and good. Bobby Floyd going to come in for Nikki Blackburn. Maybe try and help create some offense for Delaware State here late. We got a lane violation called on Hampton. So Delaware State going to get the ball. Only down 4 points here, 1:07 to go. Kersey up. Hampton's eased up there on the half-court pressure. Pollard going to try and take against Sale. Crosses over, goes into her. They double team her, and she's called for a walk. Another turnover.
Get it back, defense.
James bringing it up. Leah Stinnett over on the left side. They got to try and deny Willis the ball. Willis inside to Sale. Sale up off the mark. Gets it back off the deflection, goes up. Finally able to make one around the rim. Kersey up the floor, over to Stinnett. Stinnett tries to take, unable, but goes to Pollard. Gets it back to Stinnett, open for 3. Knocks it down. Nope, ref calls it a 2. 21-17, Willis up the floor, and Hampton going to hold for the last shot. Willis drive, attack, stops, puts it up the floater off the mark. Stinnett the board, and that will conclude the first half of action. 21-17, Hampton leads for Delaware State. Probably encouraging to only be down 4 despite all the turnovers and the poor play. We're going to have 15 minutes to go. 15 minutes till the second half begins. But if you're Delaware State, again, got to be encouraged the fact that you're only down 4. But that's probably the only thing you can be encouraged about, as they played sloppily on the offensive end. Defensively, Hampton probably should be up by a lot more, just missing some easy buckets. As we get the highlights for you here of the first half. Again, and you see Delaware State. There's Stinnett knocking down the open 2, or excuse me, not the knockdown shot, but instead the shot stuck on the basket. There's Stinnett with the knockdown from below the free throw line. Kersey into Pollard. Pollard misses, but able to stick with it and make the second chance opportunity. And you see Willis there creating for Sale. Willis doing a lot of things well for Hampton. Willis been creating, getting to the free throw line, making her shots. But for Delaware State, only down 4 points. We'll see how the second half plays out. Delaware State down 21-17. We'll be back with the second half action here from Memorial Hall.
with your big hands. Hold it, you gotta hold it, you gotta hold it.
I never get the right raffle ticket. I already know I'm not gonna get it.
All right. This is for the chance to shoot for $10,000. If y'all miss that game, you might actually get a head for a shot for the beat. All right. And so the game right, the winning number is 694-1552. Once again, 694-1552. Everybody, 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 scream, no! Nobody got it? All right. Guess it is what it is. All right. Appreciate it. Now I want to take you from my head for a shot. I need energy. You want to shoot for that money? Right? I need energy. Okay, keep going. All right, I got one down. And my paying seat. Anybody? Anybody? Everybody? Somebody? You? Come on out there. You did it, what you say? Come on, you gonna do it, I'm going out. All right. We did all that shaking up there. Wait, no, time. Let's go. You had first shot. Right? Once again, this is not for 10,000. This is for the personal prize. Okay, one shot. You're going to shoot that way. Let's go. Let's go, ladies. Come on. Oh, no, one shot. We ain't got no time. Yeah, stretch. You next time. You ready? You can do it. Let's go. Yeah. This is what I see who can play basketball. You know what? Help you guys out. That's first one shot. Even easier. It's right here. The men's three-point shot. Let me see what you got. Okay, we gotta go to our next game then. Go ahead. Yeah, one shot. Probably kicking it, can't you? Oh! She got one hat. All right. Now we got our brother in the same room. It's your mom. Back up to the side. That's your son there. Get your phone ready. Ready? You don't want to do it no more. It's up to you. Crossover. Spin the ball. Crossover. Step Curry. Crossover. Crossover. Oh, look good. That almost was good. We appreciate you much more on the passes. We need a pass. We need one more shot. Ready? DJ attention. Check that. Step into it. Oh, almost had it. Show some love for all the contestants, y'all. For one player. Hand it over to the DJ who's going to take care of you right there. All right. No. Since you didn't want to do that, I need you to go against two flies and Bravo's Pizza Challenge. Alright? And what you gotta do is you gotta go all the boxes until you get the rest of the boxes to wear. And then time each other. Everyone says this box is the winner. Alright? So, we got this next one. Two fly on that side. Two fly, you ready? You got that side, two fly. You got that side.
welcome back to Memorial Hall, ladies and gentlemen, as the Delaware State Hornets take on the Hampton Lady Pirates. First half highlighted by Delaware State's out-rebounding Hampton 24-14. Despite their 18 turnovers, what, along with the rebounds, what has kept them in this game, Messiah?
They haven't been getting rattled. They see a lot of point deficit. In the first quarter, they were down by about 10. They didn't get rattled. They kept their tempo. They kept the ball pushing. And a key implement is Aldridge. Her feistiness as soon as she came to the court, putting up some shots, even if they don't go in all the time, is what we need to see to get a sense of tempo on the game.
As we see as well, Hampton yet to make a three-point field goal there in that first half.
They haven't gotten discouraged. And they still have a fighting chance with only a 4-point deficit. Delaware State University is in great position.
So here we go, second half underway. Gilbo going to bring it up the floor for Hampton. Over to Willis. Willis had a big first half, got to the line, created some plays. There. Pass back up top to Gilbo. Gilbo to Willis. Willis pulls up, knocks it down. First three-pointer made for Hampton. 24-17 lead. Kersey now over to Aldridge. Aldridge, a player Delaware State's going to need to get going if they're going to win this game. Kersey inside to Blackburn. Blackburn finds Aldridge. Aldridge doesn't pull the shot. 5 to go on the shot clock. Kersey drives, takes, off the mark.
Pollard
continuing to attack the glass and be dominant just like she has been all season.
Wonderful, wonderful way to get the offensive rebound, put it back up for 2 points.
Gilbo now sets the offense into Freitas. Shot off. Willis gets the offensive glass, but her and Lupo run into each other.
The team that came out in the second half ready to shoot the ball. They was more intimidated in the first quarter, in the first half, but I guess since the game is going on and the energy is being moved around and since it's a close game right now, people really want to win and they getting the shots up. Hampton University with the half-court trap.
Delaware State down 5. 8.5 to go, just underway here in the second half. Inside, Blackburn saves it. Back to Aldridge. Aldridge saves it again from a backcourt. And there's the call finally. Close, almost the backcourt there a couple of times. Finally called there on Kersey, but Delaware State comes out. Still a little bit of poor execution there on offense. Here Gilbo up again to DeFreitas. DeFreitas to Willis. Willis shot off the mark. Pollard with the board. Here's Kersey out pushing. Got Aldridge to her left. Gets Blackburn. Blackburn backs it down. Gets Kersey open with the pass. Doesn't set her up. Stinnett the mid-range. Off the mark. Gilbo the board. Up ahead to Willis. Now Hampton going to push. Great pass there from Willis to find Lupo. Good transition offense there. Kersey going to slow it down as we'll see Bobby Floyd and Aaliyah Davis. They're going to check in at the next break in the action. Stinnett at the top. Over to Pollard. Pollard going to work on Rose. Great move there from Pollard and an easy lay-in.
Great move to the basket, and we see why she won the Freshman of the Week 8 times in a row.
Willis brings it up. Now over to Gilbo. Gilbo to DeFreitas. DeFreitas inside to Lupo. Lupo up with the left. Off the mark. Stinnett the board. Stinnett pulls up, trying to take it herself. Just off the mark. Pollard the board. We got a foul called there on Hampton.
I love Pollard's aggressiveness coming out. She's keeping her team inside. Kersey is doing a great job facilitating the ball. Everyone gets a touch. And it's a real emotional game right now. It's written on everyone's face. Everyone wants this win.
As we talked about, Floyd and Davis going to come on for Aldridge and Blackburn. Again, Delaware State just trying to find a lineup that can get them going offensively. Pollard fouled. And now G. Pollard looks like she's determined to take this game over here in the second half.
It seems they're coming from a freshman that takes a lot of poise and a lot of confidence in yourself. The aggressive move right to the basket gives a free 2 shots at the charity strike, which she should knock down. And I believe we should be looking at a 3-point game soon.
And she's shown that poise all season. Was 1 of 2 at the line in the first half. But again, as we talked about, Delaware State, their biggest strength, #1 in the conference in team free throw shooting. There's Pollard, knocks down the first.
Pollard may be the key ingredient to their overzealous offense.
Pollard makes the second. 1 possession game here, 26-23. Gilbo brings it up the floor quickly. Hampton trying to get into their offense. DeFreitas over to Willis in the corner. Willis brings it up, back to Gilbo. Swatted away by Davis, and Davis now has it in transition. Lost the handle a little bit, got to bring it back out, but nonetheless, good forced turnover there for Delaware State. Stinnett into the corner. Now down to Pollard, and we get a foul called on Lupo down low.
Pollard demanding the ball in the last 4 possessions, isn't she?
And they're beginning to show a little more effort here in the second half. Pollard tying her shoe. She's going to inbound. Over to Davis in the corner. For Hampton, trying to deny the ball, but Pollard triple teamed out to Davis. Shot short. Kersey gets the board. Over to Floyd. Floyd, the mid-range, off the mark. Stinnett gets the long board. She's able to lay it in. 1-point game as the crowd beginning to get into it. Delaware State showing life here in this third quarter.
As I said earlier, the 6 minute will be a key element into this win. We have the 6 minute, we have the home court advantage. We need to use it.
3 ball up. Looked like Kersey might have gotten a hold or a tip on that. Ref doesn't see it. DeFreitas going to go down as an air ball. And Delaware State an opportunity to take their first lead of the game. Kersey up the floor, crosses over to Davis. Davis drives through contact, lays it in. Delaware State first lead of the game.
That's that offensive tenacity that I was looking for in the first quarter. In the first half, we didn't see it as much, but I guess I don't know what the coach said to them in the halftime, but it seems as though they're ready.
Willis the 3, off the mark. Long rebound to DeFreitas. She goes at it. Off the mark again. Lupo the board. Lupo lays it in. Hampton takes the lead back. Kersey brings it up, talks to Stinnett. 28-27 lead for Hampton. As we look like we're in for a barn burner here in the second half. Both teams going at it. Stinnett, the crossover. Off with the floater. Bobby Floyd goes up with the rebound. She can't get it. DeFreitas down the other way to Willis. Willis shot. Foul going to be on Kersey. Stinnett had all ball, but foul going to be on Kersey. But that's Kaylin Willis continuing. She's been the key player for Hampton, attacking, showing no passiveness. She's been great creating everything for Hampton's offense.
Yes, yes. Earlier I said in the key elements of the game will be pressure on their guards. Willis has done a great job of doing her part as a point guard, facilitating the ball to her big man and on the offensive wings. If you stop her, this will be a total different game.
Willis makes the first at the line.
Great job, Willis, by the way. This is a great game.
Mike Aldridge checks back in. Again, the best perimeter scorer on this team for the Hornets. Davis gets the board on the missed free throw. So a 2-point game. Davis brings it up over to Kersey. Kersey drives, trying to find Bobby Floyd inside. So first media timeout. 2-point game. Delaware State showing some life. We're going to get some highlights here in the third quarter so far.
Great shot by Willis. You see the offensive rebound. You see the putback. You see the offensive work assisting every play down the court. This is a total different play. This is a total different player in the last 5 minutes of the half. Another shot going up and in. Another shot going up and in. Hampton gets the ball, rebound. Great defensive plays by Delaware State University.
So Delaware State been showing some great life here in this third quarter at the first media timeout. 4:52 remaining in the third quarter, but Delaware State, we talked about it. They just had to keep it close before the crowd really started to fill in and make a difference in this game. So far, they've been able to do that.
Yes. Now that they're into the game, the crowd gets a sense of enthusiasm as to what's going to come in next. That's how it happens. We see Aldridge come out there. We see Kelsey going out there every night, and we get enthused. We get happy to see these guys play. And now when they play like this, in the first half, it's a kind of disappointment because we know what they're so much capable of doing. But now in the second half, as they turn around, get the defensive pressure on their guards, and the offensive player get to assist to everybody on the court, we should be in for a great game.
Kersey going to have it, Delaware State. Kersey over to Justice. Justice to three, way off the mark. Floyd got the rebound, but we got a foul called down low. Delaware State continuing to dominate on the glass, out-rebounding Hampton 33-18. And now here in the second half, only one turnover so far. Bobby Floyd's going to go to the line. Hampton already with 5 fouls here in this third quarter. Floyd, just a freshman out of Las Vegas, Nevada. And she's had moments this season where she's been absolutely special for Delaware State. If she can find some consistency in her game, she can be a part of this great, she's going to be a part of this great young nucleus Delaware State has. It's Hampton looking to create. Willis over to Gilbo. Now over to James. James in the corner to DeFreitas. DeFreitas short on the open look. And we got to scramble for it. Going to be a tie up and go to Delaware State. And now State down one, a chance to take the lead back. Kersey trying to find Aldridge, she does. Aldridge now trying to take against, bad pass there. Great defense there by Gilbo. Hampton looking to press. James attacks the basket, goes into Floyd and gets a foul called. Well, you've talked a lot about the over-eagerness of Delaware State passing the ball. Results there in a turnover by Aldridge.
And you see the Hampton guards working the ball inside, getting the exact shot they wanted. Now they have 2 free shots at the charity stripe. Guarding the Hampton guards hasn't been an easy task all night, and it's shown. This is why they're winning right now as she misses the first free throw. What do you like to see from Delaware State University as far as the offense?
Offensively, I mean, it's tough to say. Just got to stop turning the ball over. That's been the big thing. They've turned the ball over a lot, and it's really killed a lot of their offensive possessions.
Their ball security is at an all-time low. There's no way in the world in the first half you should have 15 turnovers.
So Hampton calls a timeout, only up 2. Coach Six got to be talking to his team. Again, Hampton came into this game as the favorite, felt like they were the better team. We've said it a lot, but it's tough to win 5 consecutive regular season titles. Hampton has done that, and again, they're only a half game out of the lead this season for their 6th consecutive regular season title. But this is a game they've got to win if they want to continue that streak.
And again, we have to remember, Delaware State University hasn't beat Hampton in years. So you know they had to come out here with a sense of pride in themselves, saying that we are better than this team. So it's a different mind play. It's a different game when your coach actually used to coach for the Hampton University for 10 years. You know? So with that inside intel, we're doing a great job with executing on every offensive play in the second half.
And you know the Delaware State players know how long it's been since they beat Hampton. Coach Burgess, again, became an assistant coach at Hampton in 2009 and never lost to Delaware State. now on the other end of this game between two MEAC rivals, now trying to get that win for Delaware State. 4:03 here to go in the third quarter. A low-scoring game, 30-28. Both teams trying to find their offense.
Coming out of the timeout, I would like to say Delaware State University Lady Hornets go out there and stop their guards. Willis is dominating on the offensive end, getting her whole team involved every play. So therefore, I would like to see the defensive pressure rise as well as the offensive.
So Stinnett, Pollard, Davis, Kersey, and Justice will be the 5 for Delaware State. It's going to be Willis, James, DeFreitas, Gilbo, and it looks like Lupo for Hampton. Hampton going to come out. They're going to try and trap. Pass over to Stinnett. Stinnett finds Davis for the open jumper. In and out. Pollard aggressive on the boards. Finds it. Gets it out to Kersey, and they'll reset with a new 30.
Rotating the ball is a key in their offense. We like to see it right now. 4 passes so far, 5 passes, leading to a foul.
There it is. You talked about it. There's the good passing we've been expecting, and Aaliyah Davis, a senior. You expect that kind of thing from her. She knows how important turnovers are. Gets it inside of their dominant freshman Pollard. And Pollard, it just seems like no matter who they play, when they play, Najee Pollard's going to make her presence felt in these games.
She has that hunger every time her feet touch the floor. From the start to the finish, this freshman has a lot of potential, and I would love to see her develop in the upcoming seasons.
3:32 to go here in the third quarter. Pollard makes the first. Chance to tie the game here with a make. Pollard shot. Second one's off. Stinnett, great effort. Turns around, gets the jump ball. It's going to stay with Hampton, but you like the effort there from Stinnett.
Delaware State 29.
James brings it up. Now over to Willis. Willis back to James. James thought about driving, goes back to Willis. Willis to Gilbo, and a foul called on Justice. Now Michael Aldridge going to check in for Bree Justice after that foul.
Checking in for number 15, Michael Aldridge.
James drives in, finds DeFreitas open in the corner, knocks it down. Just a long 2, so the lead now 32-29. Pass over to Davis. Davis to drive. Looking for a foul call there, doesn't get it. Now Hampton's going to get out and run with numbers.
Still.
And Davis with the trail gets the steal, and now Kersey. Kersey going to bring it up, but Delaware State, good job there getting back on defense. Kersey over to Stinnett. Stinnett around wide open for the jumper, way off though. Had a good look there. A hard foul there. Hard foul there. That one going to get called on Pollard. James going to go to the line, try and extend this Hampton lead. James, long with the first one.
Hi, Chrissy. How are you?
Crowd beginning to file in as we get down to the end of this third quarter. Dejanay James going to try and make this, extend the lead to 2 possessions for Hampton.
Hampton 33, Delaware State 29.
Kersey brings it up, calling the plays. Kaylin Willis has been all over Kersey all day. That's the net. And Hampton, they've been very aggressive all day. Give them credit. They've created a lot of turnovers, attacking passing lanes.
That's been a major key to their 15 turnovers that they have now. Well over 15 now. But defensive side for Hampton University has been ecstatic. Look, another steal right now off the court.
They trap Kersey, force a bad pass, and now DeFreitas brings it up over to Gilbo. Gilbo drives, but Sale can't handle the pass. So Del State gets a break there.
The answer for this for Delaware State University Lady Hornets is to be more calm. Put your guards, trust your guards to get the ball and rotate it on offense. Seems a little miscommunication out here on the floor.
We got an inadvertent whistle here, it looks like.
Substitution for Hampton, number 33, Chanel Green. And checking in for Hornets, number 30, Aaliyah Davis.
So Davis inbounds to Stinnett. And another poor pass, overly zealous there. Going in and out. Negron gets a long inbounds to Stinnett. Stinnett over to Davis, and Davis loses this one. Good chase down there from Stinnett to knock the pass away. Willis catches the inbound, and she'll reset up at the top of the key. 33-29, minute and a half to go here in the in the third quarter. Willis drives, takes. Nifty there and gets a foul called. Willis, though, she's been aggressive all day long.
Again, Willis taking the ball inside. She's been doing that countless times this year. I feel like I've seen the same play at least 20 times from Willis.
Whereas they have a high percentage inside. Willis does a great job of communicating to her big man and for them to finish the shot. Let's see if she makes the first one.
Willis short on the first.
Thank you. Come on. I'm about to just like this.
Willis makes the second. Stinnett going to bring it up. Dribbles into the trap, but then dishes it out to Davis. Davis going to take. She's been very aggressive here in the second half. Can't get a foul called, but a foul going to get called there. It looks like on Sale. Pollard going to go to the line, working out her shoulder. Looks like she got hurt at some point there. Speak loud. Even if you're too loud, they can always lower your volume. Pollard makes the first. Pollard hits both, so a minute to go here in the third quarter. Willis inside, and a foul called there on Pollard. Don't like the call. So Sale going to go to the line for Hampton. 49 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Good 2-point game. Both teams been getting to the line with more frequency here in this third quarter. But missing free throw attempts, Sale misses another one. As you see there, Coach David Six in his 7th season with Hampton. 5 of his previous 6 seasons, he's been the MEAC regular season champion. So inbound Davis. Hampton with some off-ball pressure for the length of the court. Davis continuing to take. She gets the N1. The block called there on Sale. Aaliyah Davis been very aggressive attacking the basket here in this third quarter. Finally gets a call there, and she gets the bucket, so she'll go to the line to make this a one-point game. And Davis converts the old-fashioned three-pointer. So now a one-point game. 35 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Delaware State looking to close the quarter out strong, maybe head to the fourth with a lead. Green gets it over to Gilbo. Gilbo drives over to Dejanay James. James brings it back up top. 15 to go on the shot clock. Hampton going to get Willis the ball. Kaylin Willis. Only a 5'3" freshman, but she's made her presence known in this game. State double teams her. Airballs the layup, and a foul called. Sale gets the board. The fans don't like it. But Willis, even on an airball, continuing to create things for her team. She's attacked the basket all game long, and it's resulted in good things for Hampton. But still 6.8 to go on the clock, so even if Sale's able to make both, Delaware State's going to have a shot to maybe tie the game up before the fourth quarter. Sale hits the first. Hits the second, so a three-point game. Just under 7 seconds to go. Stinnett brings it up. Got to go quickly. Stinnett over to Davis. Davis puts it up. Good if it goes, but not that close. So we'll head to the fourth. 37-34. Delaware State ahead. We have to apologize, folks, again. My color commentator, Messiah's mic issues have continued. But a 10-minute fourth quarter left. Delaware State down by 3. I think if you're Coach Burgess, despite the score, despite the way her team has played, if you told her going into the fourth she was going to be down just 3 points, she would have taken it. And this is one of the issues her team has had, a young team. They struggle sometimes in these late close-game situations. This is going to be big, facing one of the best teams in the conference. They got to prove to the rest of the conference, to the fans, and to themselves they can handle these late-game situations against these great teams in the conference. Key for them going to be shutting down Kaylin Willis. Messiah told you at the beginning of the broadcast. One of his keys to the game, defensively, put pressure on Hampton's guards. They haven't done that. Kaylin Willis has taken advantage. She's been attacking, done everything right for Hampton. Even when she's missed, she's created opportunities for other players. She's been facilitating. She's done it all for Delaware State. Got to wonder maybe if Coach Burgess doesn't come out in a man-to-man defense and try and put somebody like Aaliyah Stinnett. With her length, that could bother a great player like Kaylin Willis. And again, Willis, 5'3" freshman out of Detroit, Michigan. She's made her presence felt. Freshman versus freshman. Najee Pollard's been dominant for Delaware State, as she usually is. Inside, attacking the glass, getting easy buckets, getting to the free throw line. Kaylin Willis done the same thing, but just a 5'3" player. So we'll see what kind of answers Coach Burgess has come up with as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. 37-34. Negron going to join Stinnett, Aldridge, Davis, and Pollard for Delaware State. Going to be Kaylin Willis, Dejanay James, along with Gilbo, Sale, and DeFreitas. Davis gets it over to Pollard. Pollard goes up. Might have been fouled there. No call for the air ball. Willis brings it up the floor. Has Davis on her. Delaware State staying in their zone. Willis to James. James drives, gets the open mid-range, and knocks it down. 39-34, 9.5 to go here. Davis brings it up. For Delaware State, got to think about getting a little more aggressive on offense. Here's Stinnett. Stinnett drives, goes to Pollard, and then there's a foul. Give Aaliyah Stinnett credit. She's been in this game, and she's been attacking. She's been dribble driving, creating for herself or other players. She's had multiple open mid-range jumpers. There you see her create, and a pass to Pollard. Draws the foul. Pollard going to inbound. Got to go quick. Gets it into Davis. Sale, great job there. Reaches around, gets the ball away from Pollard. On the poor pass from Davis. 9 minutes to go. Hampton up 5, looking to increase their lead. Willis over to James. Coach calling for Willis to come get the ball. She does. Here she is again, going to drive. Mid-range from the elbow, knocks it down, 41-34. Delaware State has not been able to contain Willis all game long. Again, Coach Burgess got to think about going to a man-to-man and get maybe a player like Stinnett or Negron with some length. Here's Stinnett creating on offense. Negron wide open, knocks it down, 41-37. Delaware State not going away. Aldridge with some pressure out on James. James here going to drive, loses control, gets it back. 12 to go on the shot clock. Willis gets it back. Now back over to James up top. James goes to DeFreitas in the corner. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Willis pulls up from 3. Off the mark. No box out though. Sale able to get it back. Michaela Sale gets the board. DeFreitas fouled there by Aldridge, it looks like, on the reach-in. Nope, they're going to call the foul on the shot on Aaliyah Davis. So DeFreitas going to go to the line for 2 to try and extend the lead. DeFreitas makes the first, 42-37. Stinnett Davis going to come off for Nakia Kersey and Bobby Floyd. DeFreitas sets up for his second. Knocks it down to the lead, back to 6. Kersey back on. She's going to try and create. Delaware State's offense appears to have been at its best when Stinnett was on the floor. We're going to see how they do with her off. Pollard over to Floyd. Floyd swings to Negron. We got an interior off-ball foul, and it's going to go back to Delaware State, or excuse me, back to Hampton. Willis brings it up the floor. The drive by DeFreitas way off. Sale reaches over top. Pollard, a big block, but Sale hangs on to it, gets it back, and gets a foul called. And now Coach Burgess is going to bring Blackburn back on, bring Nikki Blackburn onto the floor. For as dominant as they were for the first 2.5 quarters on the glass, hasn't been the same story since then. Michaela Sale's been really good on the interior for Hampton, and that's allowed Hampton to stay out in front. Delaware State just one lead in this game. Sale shot up, misses, but we got a lane violation. Going to be another one on Hampton. So the miss will stand. 7:11 left to go in the fourth quarter. Delaware State down 6. Kersey going to bring it up. She's got Gilbo on her. They put Dejanay James now on Aldridge. Negron trying to get open. She's got Kaylin Willis on her. And Sale continuing to make her presence felt. Knocks that one away for Blackburn. Ball out of bounds. 16 to go on the shot clock. Kersey will inbound. Gets it to Negron. Just under 7 to go. Negron crosses half court. Brings it up, stops. Gets it over to Kersey. Kersey has a top of the key looking for a screen. Gets it from Blackburn. Pros at 3. Off the mark. Sale with the board. And she's been huge. And now Willis on the run out. An easy layup. Makes it in an 8-point game. And Delaware State's poor offensive efficiency has resulted in some easy buckets for Hampton. And Michaela Sale really been the difference in this game. She's been great in the interior, getting rebounds. She's really changed the look of this game in the fourth quarter. Kersey to Aldridge. Aldridge knocks down the 3. Messiah, I think we've got your mic back. Delaware State gets the lead back to, cuts it down to 5. What do they got to do to finish this one out?
Play strong and defend their guards. I have said that at least 15 times tonight. Defend their guards so they cannot get the ball inside. That's how most of their points are coming off of inside baskets. And if they defend their guards, that won't be the case.
Willis off, but there's Sale again, making her presence felt on the inside. Got to get a body on her and box her out. Willis from the corner, shot blocked by Pollard.
Good block.
Aldridge with it.
Great block.
Aldridge up the floor, got Negron open.
Nice way
Negron
to get the
steps
open
up.
shot.
Off the mark. Big chance there for Delaware State to get the crowd into the game. DeFreitas with the run out. Hampton, a couple of free runners here late. Delaware State got to get back on defense.
It seems as though both Delaware State University and Hampton like the up-tempo offense. They've been pushing the ball freely. I don't know because it's the fourth quarter or not. Rebound.
Kersey up, Pollard no, but gets a foul called. So 47-40 in the crowd. Got a lot of people here now. They just need something to get excited about. Delaware State.
I feel as though Delaware State University's Lady Hornets, defensive pressure in the fourth quarter is going to be key in getting them over the hunch. Inside, Hampton University is doing a great job of giving their big man the ball. Their guards are penetrating the paint every time down the play. As soon as we stop that, we stop them from scoring.
Stinnett going to come in for Negron. Pollard made her first. Lead down to 6. Up. Shot off the front of the iron and good. So 5-point game. Again, Delaware State continuing to hang around. Got to find a way to get over the hump, though. James brings it up to DeFreitas. DeFreitas over to Gilbo. Gilbo to James. Willis drives. Blackburn stops her in her track. Willis brings it back out. 12 to go on the clock. Over to James. James to Gilbo. And this one's stolen away by Aldridge.
Good defense.
Aldridge dribbles out of the trap, gets it ahead to Stinnett. Now will Delaware State push? Stinnett going to go at the smaller defender, and Willis gets the steal. Reestablishes herself back in bounds. Great heads-up play by Willis. And then on the other end, Kaylin Willis just continuing to dominate this basketball game.
You have to do a better job of crashing the boards on both ends if we want any chance for second chance rebounds.
Somebody other than Pollard's got to step on the board. And a long 3 there by DeFreitas opens the lead up to 8. It's a big shot. Coach Burgess might want to think about getting a timeout here. Kersey comes off the screen, gets the easy bucket. Great screen there by Pollard at the top of the green, and Kersey attacking.
Delaware State University Lady Hornets not going away easy.
Took the words right out of my mouth there, Messiah. Under 4 to go now. Delaware State beginning to pressure the ball more. James off the mark with the 3. Aldridge is aboard, and here she comes.
A sense of tenacity down the floor. And one. Seems that the ref called a double dribble.
So we got a double dribble called. Media timeout. 3:38 to go. 6-point game, so Delaware State in the game. We've got some highlights here for you guys. Messiah, take us through these highlights.
Okay, you see the guards get an open shot right now, knocks it down. I believe that though on offense, Hampton is doing an extremely good good job of getting the shots that they want, getting their players in the position that we're most comfortable with, and as on defense, the Lady Hornets need to push them out of rhythm.
So Delaware State down 6, 3.5 to go. They're right in this game. Again, Coach Burgess would take this game being close late, but her team beginning to fade right now. Got to get back into this game on the offensive end. They've begun to struggle again on offense. Defensively, they've been solid. But the glass is really where Michaela Sale has hurt has hurt Delaware State. She's been big for Hampton. As the rebound totals now, at one point Delaware State was up by 15 on the boards. Now just up by 10. As you can see, Michaela Sale with 8 rebounds. Second in the game, only to Najee Pollard, who's got 10. She's got 18 and 10. Another double for Najee Pollard. She's been huge. The battle down low has been big. And Kaylin Willis. Willis has got 15. Couple of assists. She's been big in this game as well.
Listen, without Pollard's aggressiveness, night in and night out, play in and play it out, this will be a whole different game.
Caesar on now for Delaware State, trying to make a difference defensively. As Kaylin Willis has it at the top, she's played this entire second half. Gilmore pulls the 3. Just off the miss. Blackburn the board, and Delaware State brings it up the other way. So we see Nakia Kersey and Michael Aldridge both off the floor for Delaware State. Davis around the screen, goes to Pollard, good cut. Pollard the lay-in and 1. Najee Pollard, 20 points now. She is a monster, Messiah.
It looks like she's about to be the 9th freshman of the week because of this performance. Against the top-ranked school in the conference, this is a great way to put on your freshman year and show that you have the confidence and not scared to play anybody.
So now, Pollard a chance to make it a one-possession game. 3:03 to go. Pollard shots up and good. James going to bring it up, 50-47. Gilbo, ball by herself, inside the Sale. Sale over to DeFreitas. Willis, a pump fake, drives, gets the mid-range jumper and knocks it down. Lead back up to 5, now under 3 to go. Might be a little bit of sense of urgency for Delaware State. Davis gets the screen and a bad Blackburn. Blackburn lost her footing there. Davis throws it out of bounds. Bad time for a turnover there. 2.5 to go, just a 5-point game. Delaware State, though, big defensive possession here. Got to get a stop. Kaylin Willis over to James. James over to Willis, open for 3. Kaylin Willis, the big 3. 8-point game now, just over 2 to go. That might have been a dagger. Delaware State's if Delaware State's offensive struggles continue. Davis out to Caesar. Caesar going to get a screen from Pollard. Passes over to Stinnett. Stinnett goes inside to Pollard. They double team her. Davis, step back. Jumper off. And a good box out there. Kaylin Willis boxing out Najee Pollard so her teammate can get the board. And now under 2 minutes to go. Floyd and Kersey going to come in along with Michael Aldridge. Might be too little too late for Delaware State if they don't get this stop. Kaylin Willis now up to 18 points in the game. She lost it. 5 to go on the clock. James pulls up for 3. Nobody on her, but she misses the shot. Stinnett the board. Delaware State, you got to go quick. Coach Burgess with their new guys over on the bench might want to call a timeout here to try and get her offensive players on. But Davis dribbling around, goes to Blackburn. Another turnover. Blackburn can't hold on, and we've got 4 new players on for Delaware State. Kersey, Aldridge, Floyd, and Negron going to come on for everybody except Najee Pollard. Delaware State going to press now. Inbound to Freitas open. Dejanay James able to gain control of it. Bring it back out up top to Freitas. Over to Gilbo. Hampton content with just passing it around. Now a foul called on Aldridge. This is Delaware State. Might have been an intentional foul there. Delaware State up 8. 50 seconds to go. Or excuse me, Delaware State down 8. 50 seconds to go. They're going to leave James open on the inbound. Over to DeFreitas. And now the intentional fouls begin. Kersey intentionally fouls James. And another inbound coming up. And Delaware State just leaving DeFreitas open. Freitas drives. Gets the floater. Lead up to 10 now, under a minute to go. That's probably going to do it. Delaware State, just poor offensive efficiency. Aldridge, deep three, air balls. Going to go out of bounds. It'll be Hampton's ball. Just over a shot clock left, 31.8 to go.
You see Delaware State University Lady Hornets looking for something on offense to get them clicking.
State staying in the press. Again, they had a chance. Willis fouled there. Didn't see by who. Looks like might have been Aldridge. Yeah, Michael Aldridge going to get the foul. Delaware State going to continue to foul, but today we see them a lot. They're one of the really good offensive teams in the conference. But today really struggled. Hampton's pressure, man-to-man defense forced a lot of turnovers, and Kaylin Willis was a problem. Delaware State couldn't handle her all day long. She makes her first free throw in the 1-and-1. Stinnett and Justice going to try and come on for Delaware State.
Substitution for the Hornets, number 3, Justice, and number 21, Aaliyah Stinnett.
So Pollard going to come off the floor. That might be the white flag from Coach Burgess. But, well, maybe trying to get her best three-point shooters on the floor, knowing that's what she has left. Inbound to Justice. Justice brings it up and pulls it out. I mean, you just got to go for the three. Gets Kersey open. But Kersey makes it. Lead down to 9. Inbound to DeFreitas, and DeFreitas gets fouled. Well, 20.7 seconds to go again. Probably going to be too little, too late. Again, folks, stay tuned. We'll have the men's Delaware State Hornets, 5-7 in the conference, take on the 10-2 Hampton Pirates, leading the MEAC. Again, last season's conference champions, went to the NCAA tournament, won a game, played the Kentucky Wildcats in last year's NCAA tournament. First free throw up and made by DeFreitas. Lead up to 11 as DeFreitas makes both. Inbound to Justice. Justice finds Kersey. Kersey steps back, gets fouled. So she'll go to the line for 3. But again, just 15 seconds to go. Not sure it's going to be enough. Delaware State just delaying the inevitable. They're going to fall to 5-8 in the MEAC. But again, with the way the records and the way the standings fall, it looks like they're pretty much in that 10th spot. That's where they're going to stay in the conference heading into the tournament. As for the Hampton Lady Pirates, going to be a big win. This was competitive for a lot of this game. They were able to pull away late and put it away. But Hampton going to tie, get in a tie at the top of the conference at a 10-3 record and a chance to continue their 5, could be 6 season win streak as far as the conference goes. And DeFreitas steps inbounds, trying to inbound. So Delaware State going to get it back. 14-9 to go. Pollard going to come back in, likely to inbound. Delaware State probably going to try and run a play here to get an open 3. Kersey goes inside to Pollard. Pollard fights through contact, can't get it. And DeFreitas gets it. So with 8 seconds to go, that last little bit of hope Delaware State has goes away. But with just 15 seconds to go, I don't understand. Down 8, Why bring in Pollard to go for three? You know you're going to have to foul again. I think threes were the only way they were going to come back in this game. But they go to Pollard down low. Might have been fouled, but not going to get the call. And so DeFreitas go to the line for two more. And hits. Justice back on for Pollard. DeFreitas, second, up and good.
Flawless from the free throw line, that possession.
Inbound, Justice brings it up. Losing the handle, is going to get a foul called. 5 seconds to go now on the game clock. And I believe, looks like Justice is going to go to the line, so Delaware State's in the bonus. A 10-point game, 63-53. And for Coach Burgess, you know this was a game she wanted to win. Again, spent 6 seasons as a Hampton assistant coach. One of the great players in Delaware State history. Comes back as a coach to Delaware State. And Delaware State not going to foul. And that'll do it. Delaware State moves to 8-18 on the season, 5-8 in the MEAC. As for Hampton, 12-14 now overall, 10-3 in the MEAC. The Hampton Lady Pirates going to get back up atop, tied atop the conference. Excuse the highlights. Highlights going to go away, but your final score: Hampton 61, Delaware State 50. Stay tuned. Men's action next. Delaware State. Here's some highlights.
Davis pass to Polaroid.
Inside to
finishes.
Pollard. And Pollard delaying took over the game. But Hampton was just too much. Got some easy looks. Kaylin Willis knocked down some big shots. But too much for Delaware State to overcome the final. Hampton wins this one 61-50. Stay tuned. We're a half hour away from the men's team, the Delaware State Hornets, looking to extend their 3-game win streak against the conference leading 10-2 Hampton Pirates. Stay tuned.